We have here the Redragon Artemis K719 Pro, another anime-themed keycap design from Redragon. You get a really fiery colorway and most definitely not minimalist. Let's get into the nitty-gritty. This is a tri-mode mechanical keyboard connecting via Wi-Fi dongle, wired, and Bluetooth, connecting to 5 devices at once, switchable with a toggle switch by the left side of the keyboard. This is a gasket-mounted keyboard, but still, it does feel stiff. And thanks to the FlexCut PC plate, the typing feel is still made cushiony. This features a 1000Hz polling rate max and NKRO or anti-ghosting, so this should perform just right for competitive or just casual gaming. No delays, no issues even on Wi-Fi mode. This has a software that's pretty easy to walk through. You get lighting tab for LED customization, button setting tab for key binding, and adding in mouse buttons. Macro management where even both mouse movements or buttons can be inserted. Good software implementation overall. The switches we have here are Redragon custom hi-fi switches with 40 grams of required actuation force, light enough for gaming, and quick responses. You may freely replace them though, as this has got a universal north-facing hot swap PCB that accepts 3-pin or 5-pin switches. This too has 5 layers of noise dampers, so the keyboard is bound to not sound hollow. You get a knob and a screen on this unit. The knob, by default, is for volume and screen navigation, but more on this later. First, let's go over screen customization. Uploading a GIF, however the hell you say that, or a picture is really easy. So once you open the software, which is downloadable on reddragonshop.com, just go over to the screen tab right here and then click on animation. And then you get to choose a GIF or a JPEG. So if you want to upload a JPEG, obviously choose the picture. Anyways, say we're already good with our frames right here. I've imported a total of 49 frames, and that's quite a lot. So let's upload that onto our keyboard by going to the upload sub tab right there and click on uploading all frame. And now the upload is complete. Let's move over to the next part. So screen navigation is really easy. Just press the button right here. I mean the knob to be specific. The home option right there. If you press the knob another time, you have the option to choose the time, which is the default screen we had a while back, or the GIF that we just uploaded, right? So let me press the knob again. You may choose RGB effects right here. Press the knob and freely scroll through the effects. You can change the color of the RGB, brightness, speed, language of the keyboard, layout of the keyboard, be it Windows or Mac. Choose the time format. You can set the time or click on return. So if we press on return, we're going to go back to the default GIF that we set a while back. In the box, you get the keyboard, key puller combo, the cable, 4 extra switches, and documentation with stickers. The USB-C cable has a right angle plug that suits the keyboard's build, as the USB-C input is by the left side of the keyboard. If you have your own default cable on your desk, just get a right angle USB-C adapter. At 0.9 kilograms, it's got ample weight to it, plus the bottom does not sound too hollow. You hear some plastic reverb, but to me, it's just fine. I mean, you don't hear it when typing anyways. Modifying this should be easy in case you want to add more dampers. Just remove the screws underneath and you should be good to go. Top case feels decent and not cheap. Knob very slightly wobbles, but isn't annoying. Underneath, you get rubber pads along with a pair of 2-level kick-up feet for angle adjustments. Now, I think the build is decent, nothing alarming or disappointing. Let's move on. The keycaps used here are tough PBT plastic in the OEM profile, built to last without getting shiny or faded. OEM is a common keycap height, but I personally like shorter keycap profiles like Cherry. Now, some users like me find Cherry's lower profile more comfortable. The OEM profile works, just fine, but its taller height just isn't ideal for my typing preference. The letters on the keycaps are printed in the center, fitting the keyboard's look nicely. Stabilizers are wobbly, causing extra clacky noises. Fixable with simple mods though. Placing cloth tape on the plate can tighten the stabilizers and make them quieter, but yeah, it requires some DIY effort which might not appeal to everyone. You can use the Holly mod or apply heavy grease like dielectric grease to make the stabilizers smoother and less rattly. Moving on, these 40-gram linear switches are smooth and versatile, but I think they're a little too light for typists. The switches come pre-lubed, feel decently smooth, and produce a crisp, thin, thocky sound. The thocky sound might vary depending on your ears or setup, but here's a quick sound test. The keyboard has a dark gray, black, and blood red colorway to it. Really gamery vibe and 100% again, not for minimalists. The left side of the top case has the Redragon branding, while the top edge has a floral royal red pattern print. Underneath, there's a print of a female character, which I honestly don't recognize. The keycaps feature the same anime woman on the spacebar and left modifier keys. The keycaps blend gray, red, and white colors for a rebellious look. The mixed colors might clash with some desk setups, but they should do just fine with dark PC builds. The escape key has a design that resembles a crosshair. Enter key by the numpad shows X's, and there are more fiery graphics and swords too by the backspace key. Same goes for the arrow keys having sword icons to them. More prints are seen on some B keys like a crown and some stars on the right shift. LEDs by the enter key display numlock, caps lock, connection mode, and battery levels. Handy for quick status checks without cluttering the design. The keycaps used here are a fantasy-esque design, which complements the action-packed colorway and prints of the keyboard. The keycap legends don't let light pass through though, so they don't illuminate. Keeps the focus on the printed designs at the cost of reduced visibility in low light conditions. You can cycle through many RGB lighting effects using the knob, as I explained a while back. RGB is not too bright though, but that's all just fine. Better save battery anyways and keep it off. If I overlooked any details, drop a comment and let me know. You got any questions? I'll be sure to get to them when I can. Links on where to get your Artemis K719 Pro will be in the description below, so go check it out. I'll see you guys again next time.